We are going to be talking about program design today. I've decided to go ahead and use a modified NSCA lecture. I'm using it because, one, I really like a lot of their material, so I'm going to go ahead and just keep it as is, and two, make sure that the other reason I'm doing it is because I want you to know about the NSCA Certified Strength and Conditioning Specialist certification. I think it's a fantastic certification and a compliment to the NCSF. And if you're looking for a certification, this one will get you in pretty much anywhere you need to go for strength and conditioning. So let's go ahead and let's get into talking about the program design for resistance training. So some of the things you need to do, and these are just going to be the chapter objectives, which is the lecture objectives as well. Evaluate sports requirements and assess an athlete. We'll talk about selecting exercises based on sport, the type of exercise, technique experience, equipment availability, and time availability. We'll determine training frequency based on training status, sport season, load, exercise type, and other concurrent exercise. And we'll arrange exercises in a training session. We'll talk about determining the 1RM, measuring it, predicting it from a multiple RM and RM loads. We'll assign load and repetitions based on the training goal. Know when and by how much an exercise load should be increased, and assign training volumes according to the athlete's training status and training goal. Determine rest period lengths based on the training goal. So let's get into the principles of it. So principles of anaerobic exercise prescription. Well, resistance training program design has got a lot of moving parts. It's not just one set program that you can go use the program from the Philadelphia Eagles and you're going to win the Super Bowl like they did a couple of years ago. You need to be able to deal with all these different aspects and put them into play. And you need to be able to do a needs analysis and know what the person needs. We'll talk about the exercise selection, training frequency, exercise order, training loads and repetitions, volume, rest periods. All of these things are moving pieces, and all of them have a very, very important role within exercise prescription. So with the needs analysis, the NSCA says that a needs analysis is a two-stage process that includes an evaluation of the requirements and characteristics of the sport and the assessment of the athlete. Now, with the evaluation of the sport, of course, we've got to do the movement analysis, the body and limb movement. So how does the center of mass move? How do the limbs move? What is the muscular involvement? Is it, like muscular involvement? What do you mean? What joints? Well, not only that, but some of the same joints will be used in multiple sports, but you might have different actions upon them. If we look at the sport of football, not every position plays the same, even though that all the positions have to run, all the positions have to change direction, etc. Off this line of scrimmage, a receiver will be overcoming his own inertia quite rapidly and going down the field trying to beat the corner and catch the ball. An offensive and defensive lineman, they are going to be making contact with another individual and having to utilize high force, low velocity movements to overpower their opponent. We'll have to look at that physiological analysis, which goes along with what we just mentioned between the two positions with the strength, the power, the hypertrophy. It doesn't matter how strong an offensive lineman is. If they squat 4 times their body weight, but they only weigh 185 pounds. They are not going to be very good at their position because of inertia. We'll look at the muscular endurance priorities. We need to look at the injury analysis for the common sites for joint and muscle injury and, again, the causative factors.